And he said, cup your hands as if you were holding some water in your hands. Imagine how you've got to hold that water in your hands. You'd have to really pay attention to it, and you'd have to hold it really tight. You'd have to focus on it. I said, now imagine if you had that water in your hands and you had to walk from here to the other side of the room. How would you walk? Everybody said slowly and intentionally, with intention and diligently and carefully. And he said, yeah, that's exactly right. And he said, and if I asked you to not let anything drip, how much attention would you have to pay for it, to it? And everybody said you would have to pay an enormous amount of attention to it. He then said, what would happen if you did that? Everybody said, well, of course, all the water would fall out of our hands and onto the floor. And then he said, and if I asked you to then pick up the water off the floor again and put it back into your hands, how difficult would that be? And everybody agreed that that would be impossible to do. And he said, well, instead of thinking of it as water in your hands, that's the trust in which our people, that's how carefully we have to manage the trust that people place in our hands. And if we don't pay great attention to it and it starts to drip out, and we even do that, we'll never get it back. Because the good that we do is written in sand, and the bad that we ever do is written in marble. And we've done that, guys. So let's fix it.